Hi, you guys. Good evening. I wasn't going to do a video until I got the things done that I do Monday, um, but I just wanted to talk to you. Uh, a few things that I kind of dug up, kind of fit into the story, and I wanted to get this done a lot earlier. I've told a lot of you guys I'm using Facebook. Again, I'm under Daryl Lynn Johnson. That's Darrylynn, or Darrylynn Johnson. Send me a friend request. My videos, as far as the world cams, are pretty much up there, all of them. In fact, catching the thing in Alaska, or not Alaska, that'd be Canada, that's in my logo. It's been real thick up there as far as green clouds go, which again, green kind of signifies radiation on a heavy duty basis, right? So, make a long story short, is I do kind of check in there, or I have been the past few mornings, but it's been too thick. But let me tell you, the green clouds are still flashing, right? Because you know it's behind it, right? Though I hit it this morning, I think it was about 8 o'clock, it had already passed. It travels from the left to the right. It does not do the ecliptic like the sun, like rises and then goes back behind. It does something really strange. So anyway, I missed it this morning when it was at its height, creating this, I believe, not human image. I just don't see how man can create that kind of power, but who knows. Um, So there is a new video on my Facebook posted of that, with the sky literally flashing from pink to green. I'm used to it now. It's not so upsetting, but I have gone through panic attacks today. Just, I think, overloads of information, discerning illusion from reality, um, what I'm about to go through next week and over the coming months. But a good walk. And, I wanted to say now that I am hooked on Facebook, which I'm totally really against. I haven't been on it for 2 years, right? But I'm just using it as a platform of information, which people don't really use it for. It's a platform of posting a picture of banana bread, you know. And when I got the federal warnings last year, basically got kicked off. You can go to my wall once you friend me, right? And you will see where I jumped out Facebook 2 years ago, and you will see my posts, right? But the actual pictures or the videos that I was posting, you will see have been removed. And then you'll see like a 2 year time span, and I hop back on just for a certain purpose, just to get out there. I've got friends on Facebook that I've known for 35 years, and I've really enjoyed the day speaking with them, connecting with them again, um, and seeing that there are a group of individuals within the friend base that I have left. It was a lot higher before I started talking about plants a couple years ago. As everyone, I lost a lot of people, friends, family, etc. So part of the game, we won't whine about that. But it is kind of cool to talk to these people and exchange information. And it really touches my heart, as you knew subzone also, um, that you're seeing, and that you're seeing that I'm real, and that you're seeing that I research my information. I'm not going to come on here unless I really define myself and tell you that I think, okay? Because inevitably, I think that's going to get, there we go, I said it. I know that will get people hurt. How about that one? Okay? And it's going to. With all these channels out there, they can't be at the level that I'm at, because nobody knows how to work a world cam system. All the videos, all your planets, whatever the case may be, they only catch in Alaska. I mean, really? Really? You know how many cams I have access to? Is over 3,000. So I can go into Argentina if I want to, or I can designate Russia, or when I'm watching New York, I can punch New York. United States. It's a list from A to Z, and my plan was to start at one country and go through, but I haven't done that yet. I'm watching this thing in Canada because it's causing all the major magnetic anomalies that are occurring, and I've tried to hand that out to other channels. I will fill your gaps. You don't have to give me credit. I don't care, because we're at a point now where that doesn't really matter to me. You know, yes, I put in hours, but what is more important is that the information gets out there, okay? In the right way, not twisted into their version, but in a way that is researched and matches what's actually happening. The magnetic anomalies, the geostorms, the earthquakes, the volcanoes, etc. So there's that. So I wanted to talk about a friend real quick also, the how hard it is to separate illusion from reality, and that there has to be a balance between that. And this goes out to a good friend. I don't know if I want to say his name, but a friend that I've known for 35 years, and he is my brother. And this man has done things for me that I can't even really talk about, okay? But way beyond friend, a brother. I'm just going to refer to him as LD right now. And again, a true brother. So let's start off real quick. I just want to put out some of the disinformation I see in the science feed, which it was like, I got to put this out. Okay, star drags, space-time continuum, science alert. They call it frame dragging. That's what this thing's doing. It's actually changing the space-time continuum. If you do not understand the space-time continuum, this is what creates reality. Rifts that CERN creates or tears in our space-time continuum, or a star that right now is tearing our space-time continuum. Think for a minute. I wonder what star that is. Could be the thing I'm looking at in Canada. And again, something to give a cursory BS story so it doesn't bother you when it pops through. Oh, we knew about that. That comes from Science Alert. You can look that up. It's called Star Drags Space-Time. I don't think it says continuum. It just says space-time. We got a fire in California. Another. And these are, no doubt, in my mind. And I gave you the citations. I gave you the pictures. I explained how these things work. These are created by the oversized St. Elmo's fires that we've got drifting around our planet, which is, again, compression of light, protons, ionization of those protons and ions at a radioactive level. They're usually balls, small balls. These things are 10 to 50 to 100 times the size of a natural St. Elmo's fire. And it was just weird to run into that. And I pulled down the picture the other day and showed you which one of those guys looked like. I had it in my logo from the captures I got before I discovered what these were. I think for about a month. I told you there's 4: red, green, blue, yellow. The elemental colors: earth, wind, fire, and water. Okay? So anyway, fire in California. It's going to be Channel 7, San Diego. You can verify that. Now I've got another thing. It's called a new aurora. And this is out of the Business Insider. They call it a dune, right? It does not fit the profile of the Northern Lights. It functions in its own fashion. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to pull this up. They're going to show the orb, right? The green orb, which I really need to explain more, because I don't know if that green orb that I've captured and that I've talked about falls into the St. Elmo's fire realm. I have no idea what this thing is. I've got to get up at a certain time of the morning to catch it in New York. At New York, especially, I found out Pennsylvania University, I can catch it in the morning before the UV comes out and blocks it, or I can catch it in the evening right before the cam goes black and white. When the cam goes black and white, it's still there, but it's white. Okay? This thing has a tail also. And I'm still investigating something that's over rusted enough Russia, which I don't know if it matches the model of what the thing is in Canada, or if that's a whole separate deal going on there. But the world's covered in clouds. And that's, I guess, what I want to end with. There's an article out there, and I missed it, and I didn't get the citation, but it talked about grand solar minimum, right? Which I'm starting to believe is another 100% scam for us to buy the world burning, the world melting, the world flooding, the geostorms, etc. It's not matching up. And the reason why is this article stated that because of grand solar minimum, which, to give you a real quick definition of what grand solar minimum is our sun, which is a nuclear reactor. Okay, it's a nuclear reactor, our sun, just like volcanoes are, right? Our nuclear reactor going into a vacation. Now, the dichotomy of that situation is as the sun, if this is real GSM, grand solar minimum, when the sun goes into vacation, okay, the dichotomy is its UV output increases, as opposed to when it's not on vacation. Isn't that weird? Okay, so what the article stated, there's a 10% due to grand solar minimum drop in luminosity. That's the level of light that we're seeing outside that I keep commenting on, and it's a hell of a lot more than 10%. Okay? So they're going to sell this as grand solar minimum. When I have pictures and videos of large planets passing behind our sun simulator, which is on just the edge of our atmosphere. One of them's connected to the ISS, LED light. Okay? So, what happens, to explain for the 100th time, and I'm doing this for love, just so you understand it, repetitive will make it sink in. What happens is a large planet passes behind the simulator and eclipses our sun. The sky, you will see, will go 100% gray. It's a planet. It will go from blue to gray. And that's the size of these things too, okay? It'll go blue to gray. Luminosity will drop. And there you have the reality of what the luminosity drop is. So here we've got, and this makes me, again, I've been questioning grand solar minimum from the beginning, and I'll call out Oppenheimer Ranch Diamond on this one. Prove to me that this is real. And I'll come back to you with pictures that it's not real, with videos that it's not real. I don't want to pick a fight with this guy. He's cool. But if he is selling disinformation, like a lot of the platforms are, a lot of the channels, I think that they're almost prompted to give out as much disinformation as possible. And nobody bugs them. They don't get federal warnings like me. They don't have 2 strikes against me like I have on YouTube right now. 1 more and I'm gone, right? So YouTube loves the platform of disinformation, and they love the people who push it. And as I stated before, scientific fact is people run to disinformation and they turn away from researched information. Isn't that weird, right? So again, I'd love to have a debate with these people. I call them out, but they never do. 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 Any channel I try and fill in their gaps, like I think I talked about wages for war, talking about these strange magnetic anomalies on these certain days. Well, those are the days that I catch the thing that's in my logo, which basically, to me, in my logo, that's Sauron's eye. But it's a lot bigger and it morphs and changes, etc. Right? Okay. So it correlates directly with what these geological channels are talking about, magnetic anomalies that happens on these certain days. And I leave them messages long, comments saying, I've got the part to fill it in. I'll send you the video that's time-stamped and dated for that day. The same thing that's showing on your graphs, radars, scopes, yada, yada. I don't get a word back. You know, so it's like we're all separate islands. If we would have the channels, as I wanted to a year ago, united, just make me a research board. I don't care. I'll do all your research. I'll do the scientific papers that can be submitted to the scientific community without being laughed at. Just give me the data. But they're unable to do that. The unification never happened. But if you took all these channels, all these BS Nibiru YouTube channels, the other ones that are out there, you're probably talking 1 million. You're talking a power of 1 million people. Do you know how much strength that would actually give? I don't call it community because it's not. They do. I don't, because I've dealt with that community and there is no community there. They attack each other. They degrade each other. They call people who comment and don't agree with their reality trolls. I am not into insulting human beings. Okay, if they don't buy your reality, or they don't have a question that fits into a reality that you've created in your mind with no research, and then you can turn around and judge them, which only one person holds that power, and you know that, and you can turn around and judge them and actually insult them and call them trolls when they're asking valid questions that instead of answering them, you insult them, you delete their comment. Okay? I don't think insults are where we need to be at in this part of the game. I want to finish this, and I didn't talk about it, but I'm looking for it. I saw 2 articles that match it. There's a thing floating around, and maybe some of you have seen it. It looks like a Death Star. It's a planet with a black hole in it. Is that ringing any bells? Do any of you guys who run around watching these planet channels? I had 2 pictures of it downloaded. I also had a bunch of pictures ripped out of my Google Photos between yesterday and today, which were basically catching prism effects right out there in the sky, right out in front of my bungalow here, right? So anyway, there's this thing, a Death Star floating around, and if you go to my Facebook, send me a friend request, I'll let you in, I'll talk to you on Messenger. I can talk to you, but I can't send anything. But you will be able to access my work on my wall on Facebook and know that I am 100% for real and that I am 100 light years beyond what these guys are thinking. They're still believing in scopes, like let's say Sechi, right? Shows all the planets. How come these planets that are 10 times the size of the Earth not on your scopes? They never answer that. They show the scope, they show Venus, Mars, and all that, and the radio frequency lines. Where's the big planets? Are you looking at scopes that maybe were done 10 years ago? Because I'm seeing that on my videos, on my cams, right? Something looks real clear, and I always check the date and the timestamp. You know what I'm running across? I'm running across that some of the cams are posting videos that are dated 2002. Yeah. Okay. So back to the Death Star. I had 2 articles that I downloaded on this thing, right? Again, it's almost like kind of an egg shape, but it has a hole. It has this black hole in it. That's why most people define the term as a Death Star, because that's what it kind of looks like. Well, I've got 3 captures of it. It's like trying to capture ISO. It's like the, I don't know. You know, it's like trying to catch Bigfoot, okay? But I've got it 3 times. I caught it about a month ago. It's sitting in an ocean. I don't know if this thing is a ship or whatever. And the elemental colors that I described to you, the glow, are actually bouncing off it. But it's sitting in the sea, okay? Second time I saw it in Norway, it was on a horizon. Okay. Third time I caught it was just last week in the sky to the right of the sun, perfectly clear picture, that is on my Facebook wall. And there it is. It's kind of an egg shape. In that picture, it looks kind of bluish. I think it's one of those things that can cloak and morph along with the clouds, the sky color. Just like the ship that's still sitting over top of Tsukurojima in Kagoshima, Japan. And it's still there. It cloaks itself in blue, it hides itself in clouds, and it sucks plasma out of that volcano. And it makes that volcano look like an anthill. That's how big this is. Now I know it's real because I watched the sunrise behind it. You know, it could be an effect of, say, a cam shooting through the window and it's picking up the outer rims of the picture. Like that flashing, I do that with my mind. Anyway, so it could be that because some cams shoot through office windows and you got to be aware of that. But I've learned all this crap, right? Okay, so what definitively defined it as an actual structure is I watched the sunrise behind it. This thing dwarfs, and you can go back and look at my videos. I talk about it, right? But it dwarfs Tsukurojima, which is huge. And this thing has to be at least 1.5 miles to 2 miles long. And all I want to put in your thought there is, what is the size of the thing that drives that? Now, this Death Star, I have no clue what it is, but I did just want to bring it up. And if y'all have any information or know what I'm talking about this, or have any articles, because a lot of my stuff, like I said, photos from yesterday were totally cleared out. Some photos I did this morning were totally cleared out. And this used to happen to me 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago when I was in Fort Worth on my laptop. I'd agree to a Google update. Oh yeah, they'll update you. They'll update you real good. So that game's being played. Again, I'm blocked by Messenger. About to get the federal warning. I know that's coming. And I know my time is also limited on Facebook. I can't believe I've gotten as far as I have. But maybe they're letting it happen, you know. Maybe they're finally saying, just let these people do it. Maybe it's a way of disclosure. Let them do it. And that would be really cool. But I want to finish this with, there is an awakening going on. Is it in time, as I stated before? I don't know. But I want you all to know that people are waking up. I'm enjoying your comments. I'm enjoying the comments when I leave a comment to another channel and people see that I'm real deal and what they're watching is not. You know, I get subs that way. I used to do it all the time, but it's kind of a marketing thing, so whatever. But the word's kind of spreading. So I have probably 50 comments to answer between my old videos and new videos every morning, right? Respond to, and I want to keep that up, but it's going to get harder and harder, and I'm going to need another Indian. Same thing when I go to Facebook. I'm getting 30 to 40 to sometimes 50 notifications, and if I see that it's a message, that means I got to respond to it. If it's a heart or a thumbs up, that's cool. Less work, okay? But this is taking me almost 3 hours a day, but it's the most therapeutic thing that somebody can be doing. You know, the art of working, the art of actually accomplishing something. I put a lot into this. I put hours and hours, I can't explain, on these cams. I have a library of things that I haven't even whipped out yet that probably would be taken down from Facebook immediately, okay? But I just want to say blessings to all the new subs, blessings to my old true patriots, my true awakened people. They give me support, they give me love. Man, you guys are unbelievable. And your praise and your compliments, I mean, I literally tear up. Okay, so when I send you a tear, I'm actually tearing up. That's 6 years on this battle. 6 years. I'm going to repeat myself. 2 years living in these mountains through 2 summers and 2 winters, watching the sky by my own choice. It's after I got out of college. Okay. The road trip across the United States, the Daryl concert tour of waking people up, which I think that's mainly what really ripped my health apart. You know, that's why I highly recommend that you don't do it unless you feel a receptive quality or a receptive vibration from the person you're talking to. If you feel an ELF, which is an extra low vibration, move away, because those low vibrations are what will screw us up. And dang, I was going to play Mozart again and I messed it up. Sorry. It's hard to work when your musical director doesn't show up, you know. Paul Schaefer, he's been working for me, but he's just not dependable. So anyway, I want to leave it with that. I may try and do one more this weekend before I leave you guys for a while. I will get as many answers out to you from the hospitals as I possibly can, but I don't really know how that's going to work out. But I want you to know I'm going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine because I have something above me that's been watching me through this whole thing. And really, I shouldn't even be here right now. Okay? And that's real deal stuff. I should not have made it through what I've gone through in my life. And I know who that is. And we have a very close relationship. And he understands my dark humor too. Anyway, I want to thank you guys one more time very much. I want to direct you to my Facebook page. Please friend me, Daryl Lynn Johnson. So if you have questions, you need support, whatever the case may be, I am here. Okay, I am here. There's a couple people that I've kind of had to drop off that I'm talking to, but I do also have to get my rest, or I could be doing that all day long. So, you know, really, I trained to be a counselor. It's actually a drug counselor. It turns out that I'm a counselor for people going through awakenings, and I can deal with that, okay? But if I don't respond to you or I disappear within a conversation, I apologize. I'm juggling right now, and but it's cool. I like it, but it is a full day. I started at 6 o'clock this morning. Mainly been working Facebook, getting content up there, but had these notes all day long. The last thing I had to do is get the citations, which I did provide you with, so you can look up and verify the information yourself. I want to end this, but probably the most important part. We got NBC, ABC coming out saying that the impeachment is a sham. Who said that? We've got peace talks in the Middle East. So what was that, a 2-week war? A sham. Okay? Nuclear threat? Probably a sham. Okay, but I don't know. I think if the nuclear threat is there, it's a deal that all these leaders around the world are running. Okay? And as I said, the ultimate plan is to go to Putin's shelter while they burn the planet. The last one is this virus, which I can't really get my head around. It looks real, it feels real, but these guys are the masters of smoke and mirrors, right? Yesterday, it went to a global contagion level. Does everybody understand that now? We are at a global contagion level. This is a global emergency currently. But here's the deal. I'm watching a quick video this morning. I forget who it was. Might have been Munder. I'm not a big fan of Munder, but whatever. Okay? He said that within the hospitals, within Wuhan, okay, Chinese soldiers are programmed to salute. Programmed. Hard. Other than our military, even harder program. Now, if you've looked at some of those videos and you've seen the bodies lying in the hallways of the hospitals in Hunan, the dead bodies, I don't know, general captain or whatever is walking down the highway, right? And he killed this call. Is walking, down the hallway, and one of the bodies on the ground, do a straight salute. Just saying. Just saying. And I probably shouldn't say this, but you know where this virus came from without me saying it. Again, I told you planets don't scare me, asteroids don't scare me, supernovas don't scare me, black holes don't scare me. Dragon don't scare me, yada, yada, yada. I am Dragon Hunter, right? What scares me? One word, 3 letters, M-A-N. I'm going to leave it with that. And tomorrow is the Sabbath, you guys. From Friday evening to Saturday evening is the Sabbath. It's what he said. Okay? Let's no longer deny him, and let's respect what he wished, what he said. It is not Sunday. It is not Sunday. So when you head to church on Sunday, what are you doing? You're denying him. And this is a wrong time to be denying him. I think he's mad enough right now. Thank you for your time. You'll also notice all the YouTube channels that like to take Fridays off. You won't see any new videos over the weekend, really. You won't see any new videos till Monday. It's all old videos. That is not my work ethic, okay? Because, yes, we do need to rejuvenate ourselves, but when things are happening every day, and you're on this or you've accepted this responsibility, maybe you don't get weekends off. Maybe this is a 7-day-a-week job, or as much as you're physically able to put into it. I want you to think about that when the channels that you watch are gone for 3 days, while they ask you to put money in their PayPal accounts with unresearched information, I think. Okay? So, have a good night. Ride the wind. Again, my name is Daryl Johnson. I want to thank all new subs. If I have not welcomed you personally, I tried to do that today with some of you new ones. I apologize. But I do thank you for coming on board. I do thank you for seeking truth. I do thank you for just being there, just being there and accepting me as a human being and respecting what I say and not really judging me on the way I look. Because what comes out of my mouth and the way I look kind of is a dichotomy. And a lot of people think that, God, he's just a long-haired burnout. But they have a conversation with me, even a brief one, and they know that that's totally wrong. Okay? So again, thank you very much. Thank you to my old vets. Thank you to new subs. And again, enjoy your Sabbath. And also, it's not about us. It's about helping other people. And I think my motto was, again before, like my sociology professor taught me, get out of your tree. Go do something. Go to a library. Go learn something. Go to a museum. Go somewhere where you haven't been and make it a beautiful day and make a memory. Okay? Have a great night. My name is Gerald Johnson, Ride the Wind. And remember to keep illusion and reality on a balanced basis, because it will crack you. And some of you people who are trying to seek all these answers at once, just go a little bit slower, because I tell you, it will affect you, okay? Just go slowly. You know the term TMI, okay? That's what I'm talking about. Have a good night, and thank you for listening to me. I'm Daryl Johnson, and I am Ride the Wind.